Hello, everybody. It's Marjorie Waldo at Arts Garage, and I am here with Nestor Torres, the amazing, the infamous flautist, who will be at Arts Garage live on the 22nd of August at 7 p.m., and he's graciously agreed to do an interview with me. How are you, Nestor?
I'm doing wonderful. It's good to see you. Thank you so very much.
Good to see you, too. So you were born in Puerto Rico, and now you live in Miami.
Correct.
When did you come to Miami?
Very long time ago. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. When I was a teenager, my family and I, we moved to New York City. Now, whereas they stayed in New York for quite some time, almost 20 years, I only lasted in New York 6 years. It was a combination of things. Among them, it was very cold, and also I had a great work offer to relocate with the band I was working at the time. It was a Latin band by the name of Hansen and Raul. They were doing very well in Miami. I had an opportunity to, come with them. They invited me, and so that was over 35 years ago.
Wow! So you've been playing music for a long time, which is what I wanted to ask. Yes. How long ago did you start playing the flute?
12 years old, but actually Santa Claus brought me a drum set when I was 5 because my father was a musician. So music is practically my life itself. So, but at 12 years old in Puerto Rico, they have what is called Escuela Libre de Música, free music school. And whereas now they're an integrated school that, students go there full time for academics as well as music classes, the time he concentrated on music. So you would go part of the day to regular school and then the other part of the day to music school. So when I went my cousins, which also were playing drums, wanted to join the school. One went to play bass, the other one stayed on the drums. And what instrument did I really want to study? I saw the picture of a flute on the blackboard and I said, that's what I'll play.
Oh, wow.
It's history, yeah.
And there it is. And it's all history from that point. What do you feel is the inspiration for your art form, for your music? What inspires you?
Any number of things, an image, a situation, having to come up with music when I'm doing a record. But melodies will come up and, any number of things, inspire me to play and to perform. I would say is interactions with people and the emotion that brings about, and really a desire to communicate.
Yeah, it's a universal language, right?
Yes.
Our vision at Arts Garage is to connect our community to the world through the arts, because we believe that music in particular, but all of the arts, bring people together and erase the lines that divide us a little bit. They make it beautiful. So can you tell me what you believe the power of music is, especially now? There's a lot going on right now. What do you think the power of music is?
It's complete and absolute. I mean, because at a time like this, we need to, use the word connection, whether it is songs that inspires us, music making process that really, brings people together, that sense of connection, at a distance, physically we cannot connect, but music is a great way to feel, to reach out. I mean, it's the power of music. It's really not something as I can speak, as much as I can express through words. I guess that the power of music really defies description. But you know what? Rather than just talking about the power of music, I think it suffices to just think about a moment, what would life without music be? What would happen if at a time like this, in addition to being devoid of human contact, we would be devoid of music? It's just, I guess it could be said that music is life. The power of music is the power, is life force itself. It's life. Music is life. Life is music.
I love that. I love that. And I agree with you 100%. If you talk to any of the patrons who come in and out of Arts Garage and hear how they feel about what they participate in here, it moves me, because I think it is their connection and a life force in and of itself, right? It's really, really cool.
Absolutely.
So you are a fan favorite at Arts Garage. Your show sells out every time and everybody loves you.
That's great. That's wonderful. It's mutual.
So talk to me a little bit about how you feel about your fans.
Well, it's profound gratitude. I mean, deepest gratitude. It's once again, I find myself short of words, but a tremendous amount of gratitude that I feel for them. To have the opportunity, for me, you see, an artist, and I learned this early on. When I talked earlier about my coming to South Florida many years ago, and whereas when I relocated with this band, we were working quite a bit. After a while, they stopped working, and I was also restless. I wanted to create my own sound. I knew nothing about the dynamics of it, the reality of, even though I had albums, had already recorded as a soloist, but to really be a solo artist and what that really entailed, I did not know how to go about it. And so I had a very, very rough period there for a moment. And I never forget that at the very most difficult time, at that time I was living in Hollywood, Florida. And so I went to Hollywood Beach, and I had a piccolo with me, and I was, wondering about, and I walked into this bar, this place, this venue. As you may know, that there's a lot of Canadian snowbirds, that spend the summers here, especially in that area in Hollywood. So the place was packed. There was a band. They were playing, they were jamming, and I just asked if I could sit in, and I did Autumn Leaves with them. And the audience was just so receptive. And they tipped me, and that was really meaningful, because I was really struggling at the time. And from that experience, I learned that no matter how talented you might be, no matter how much of a great gift or how much of a genius you might be, if there's someone there to receive your gift, if there isn't someone there to appreciate what you have to offer, then your gift means nothing. And so from that moment on, I really felt a very deep sense of gratitude and appreciation for audiences and for those who, will take the time and spend their resources, to share and spend time with me, and for me to have the opportunity to make my musical offering for them. So, but it's wonderful. It's very gratifying, especially those fans that are really loyal. I'm thinking of my dear friend Judy Rapp. She's the #1 artist. So a big shout out to Judy. She's the embodiment of real, support and devotion. So that's very inspiring, and it's motivating. And truth be told, that's what gets me going, to be able to respond to them.
It's got to feel good to know how much people love you and how much they appreciate your gift.
Yeah.
It's got to feel really good. And I really think it leaves a ripple effect long past the performance that you do. I really think it makes a huge impact on everyone's lives, all of our lives.
That's wonderful to hear. And that's the most gratifying part of being able to, make that, as I said, kind of an offering, It's funny because, I'm sure you've heard artists when they talk about, thank you for being with us this evening. I just want to make music with, want to play my songs so that you can forget about your troubles for a little bit. Well, for me, with due respect, and I guess it's important to relax and disconnect. But the thing is that, you know what? You can forget about your troubles any as much as you want. They're going to always be there, So for me, the music I make and when I share with my fans is with the intention of, let's bring this moment together. Let's inspire each other. Let's support each other. And let's create a wonderful memory this evening, so that when you go back, when we all go back to our daily lives, when we need to do what we need to do, that we are energized and inspired by the moment we have spent together. So we don't avoid or just forget about the troubles, but rather, we take a moment to, uh, set troubles aside so we can nourish our spirits, our lives, and be encouraged so that we can go back and confront those troubles and those difficulties, and not only confront them, but to really transform them. And so, which goes back to your earlier question about what music means to me at this time. And I think that describes it a bit more accurately than what I said earlier.
It strengthens all of us, the performers and the fans. It really does. I think it's transformative. That was beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
is there anything you want to say about Arts Garage and your experience performing here? Only if it's good, Nestor. Only say it if it's good. Don't say anything bad.
Well, it's what I say is good, but it's a little bit strict about South Florida. South Florida audiences, and I love my fans. I owe my career to my fans here in South Florida. Thanks to them, my career is where it is, and I have been able to do this for so many years. That said, audiences in South Florida can be a little bit raucous. They're a bit irreverent, and I have learned to live with it. I have come to embrace it, and I do the best I can so I don't let it get to me. The thing about the Arts Garage, though, is that when you come to the Arts Garage, is with the specific intention of the music. It's about the music, and that's what that is. And so the most attentive audiences, the most conducive environment for creativity in a very intimate setting, that makes Arts Garage magical, because it's really about that, about the music making experience, rather than going to a club or going to a concert and then you're performing and giving your all to the audiences, and whereas there are many people that are responding to the music, there are always quite a few who are just whereas the whole musical performance experience is nothing but a background or a context for whatever it is that's going on, which I think it's good. That's what music is a soundtrack for our lives experiences. That's what recorded music is for. When you go to a live performance, it's just that direct connection with the audiences that makes all the difference. And so the Arts Garage, I cannot think of any other venue in South Florida where you can experience that kind of intimate, undivided attention, that focus, that sense of appreciation and engagement in the music making process. So the one that it all connects together. You've asked me about music and my feelings about that, and inspiration. That Arts Garage is one of the most inspiring places, if not the most inspiring venue for me to perform in South Florida at this time.
That is one of the highest compliments we could ever receive. So I'm very grateful for you saying that. And I
Thank you.
Pay you, right? I did not pay you to say
not
that.
At all, but
Okay.
well, you do more than that. You are there. Forgive me, I'm sorry. The experience, the very fact the Arts Garage exists, and that you provide this platform for artists and for people to come in and experience music, and especially taking a courageous stand to make it so that now folks can enjoy the Arts Garage experience in their own homes. I'm profoundly honored that I can be part of that experience.
Very grateful, and I cannot wait to see your show on the 22nd.
Correct.
I hope people remember that this is for sure a live performance.
Yes.
It is not a recorded performance. It will be on the Arts Garage stage with professional sound and lighting. We are looking forward to seeing you and your band. We're very excited.
Thank you.
We hope it streams all over the world. We hope it's a huge.
We will do our best to make sure that the world knows it, and let it be known that I will be performing a special program. I'm going to focus a lot on songs from production I did a number of years ago, dances, prayers, meditations for peace.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So, because of the times we're in, and since we have already done some performances at the Oscar Couch, and yes, of course, we'll play a couple of the favorites, here and there, but we're going to be doing something quite a bit different. Music that I have not performed live in many, many years. So join us, August 22nd, 7 p.m. I'll be with my band, with Jorge Luis Sosa on the keyboards. Raymond Roy will be on the drums. Agustin Conte on the bass. Actually, we're going to do a little bit of a reduced version because of social distancing. Yeah. So it's going to be a trio version of our performance, but it's going to be that much more special because of that sense of intimacy.
I cannot wait. And thank you so much for your time today, really.
Thank you so very much.
We'll
thank
see you soon.
Okay, we look forward to seeing you next Saturday, August 22nd, right here.
Be there. Okay.